Hey, everybody. Welcome to Ignited Live. I'm Charity.
And I'm Kathy.
And happy Tuesday. I almost said happy Monday, but it's not
Really?
Monday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been
It's
a while.
hard to believe it's Tuesday, though.
Yes, it's going by kind of fast this week for
It
me.
really is.
Yeah.
I don't remember which night it was, but we went to go see The Chosen.
Last Thursday.
So does that mean a couple more
Season
coming out?
5 is out. Yes.
Oh,
I think this week, right? I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
That's what the announcement was, that we're coming out each week, unless it's changed, which I didn't keep up with.
Yeah. It was really good, though.
Yeah.
And I know some of you may not have seen it, so we won't
No
say
spoiler
much about
alerts.
But it's definitely, turns out to be a little bit different than what you picture sometimes as you read the scriptures.
Oh, for sure. I walked away with some understanding of the lack of perspective that I had. I was like, wow, I think I pictured when I read that portion of scripture that it would be a certain way. Yeah.
I think one of the funniest things was listening to a man who decided to just go watch these 2 episodes of season 5, and he hasn't seen the rest of The Chosen.
Yep.
But he said, I've read the book. Talking about the Bible,
right.
But I've read the book, and so I know how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I was like, huh? It was so funny.
He said, I realize that it's much more relational than I was aware of, and that I'm missing out, and I need to go see it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It is very relational.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get to know the different characters and realize that the disciples were human, just like we're all human.
But it seems like when you talk about, for example, the Apostle Peter, we know he has doubting moments. Well, he's not doubting Thomas, but he definitely has doubting moments because he denies Christ, right?
Yes.
But he does all these other things. And so you can kind of be like, oh, he just must have had something in him that was so unique.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually really good. And what they've done in the first 2 episodes of season 5 is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just were blessed to do a call-in for a program over in Hawaii on the radio.
88.5.
88.5.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wait, how do you say that? Kaku?
Kaku.
I think so.
Kaku.
Pam, if you're on watching, don't laugh at me. 88.5 and channel 55 in Hawaii. So yeah, that was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And I think back to a few years ago, there was a woman who gave us a prophetic word that we'd be going to Hawaii. And I just kind of chuckled and I said, oh, Hawaii. I remember there were 2 places I wanted to go when I was a kid in school, just, elementary school, Hawaii and Puerto Rico. Right.
Oh, how funny. Yeah. Well, you've been to one.
I've been to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten to Hawaii, but just realizing tonight we traveled by airwaves to Hawaii.
We sure did.
Yeah. And it was a great time. And I felt the presence of the Lord so strong at times. I really felt his presence. And there were a few moments, I would say, where I had to fight back tears, that I felt this love for the Hawaiian people. And at the end, Chair was praying with everybody. And I started hearing a song that we used to sing a few years ago. It's a hymn. And it's Up from the Grave, He Arose. And so I've been just kind of singing that over Hawaii. One of the things that came to mind, of course, was the fires that they've had. And it's out of the ashes we rise. But it came unexpectedly to me. Like, I genuinely do love people and I enjoy being with people. I love ministering to people. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
But I was not expecting to have this like heart for the people of Hawaii come in the way that the Lord came while we were doing that radio program.
Yeah.
Like I felt this intense love of God for the people. And I just wanted to gather them, like gather them in my arms. It reminded me of Jesus when he's looked over Jerusalem, how long I've longed to gather you.
Yeah.
I do believe there's, the redemptive power. There's nothing but the blood, right? And the Lord will redeem what the enemy meant for evil against Hawaii. He will redeem, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it was a great time. What an honor and privilege to minister in another part. And I think if we were to fly to Hawaii, how long would that trip be?
I looked it up today, about 14 hours.
So it is like going to another country.
Yeah, the length.
The length of time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's far.
Yeah.
From where we are. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize they're that far away. That's quite a distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh, it was a great time. And what I would say, a fulfillment of a prophetic word.
Or the beginning. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Or the beginning. But to think that, so many years ago, the Lord spoke that I'd be ministering in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I thought, and at the time, I just had thought about, as being a young kid in elementary school, and you learn a little bit about the history of the nation, and thinking, I really want to go to Puerto Rico and I want to go to Hawaii.
Isn't it funny, like some kids don't picture those things even if they hear it? Like my one nephew, he's always wanted to go to Hawaii for some reason ever since he learned about it in school.
Right.
But the other kids don't.
Yeah.
And
I can remember learning about Africa in school. In junior high. The teacher that I had loved, talking about history, social studies and history, that kind of thing. Anyways, when she talked about Africa, I remember thinking, I would love to see Africa. And then, of course, we've had the opportunity to go to different nations in Africa, and it's been wonderful. What a privilege to minister the heart of God to people. What a privilege. Yeah.
And that we got to travel to Hawaii.
We did.
Yeah.
And these are the words for the hymn. Low in the grave he lay, Jesus, my Savior, waiting the coming day, Jesus, my Lord. Up from the grave he arose with a mighty triumph o'er his foes. He arose a victor from the dark domain, and he lives forever with his saints to reign. He arose, hallelujah, Christ arose. Yeah, isn't that good? Yeah, that's good. I love the hymns.
I do too.
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Come Thou Fount. I love that song.
Come Thou Fount of
How Great Thou Art. Such a good one.
Yeah.
And This Is My Story. I love that song.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
It is so good.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah. I love Here Is Love from the Welsh Revival.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
How sweet the sound.
I remember volunteering at one point with the youth group, and we did like a soup kitchen, and that we had a little service. And so, as youth, hymns were not cool. Okay.
Well, I think the whole church went through a season of that.
It could be. Yeah. And I just remember thinking there was one person in particular who kept requesting hymns. I thought, not again. And now I'm like, I love the hymns.
Do you remember what your dad's favorite was?
Yeah. How great is thy faithfulness?
Great is thy faithfulness.
Yeah.
Morning by morning, new mercies I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
It is.
Wow. Anyways, you want to find that for me on there? Oh, wait a minute. I think I can do this too.
Oh, I have it here for you.
Oh, you have it there, so I don't even need this one.
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, you're wearing such a nice bright color. Looks good.
Thanks.
I'm wearing a t-shirt that came from the children's ministry out in Michigan this year.
Yeah.
And it's consumed is what it says. And it's Hebrews 12, our God is a consuming fire.
Yeah.
I love wearing this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I want his fire in me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, as we minister here on Ignited platform, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, we are speaking to the person who is joining us on one of those platforms. You may be using a different name, and we may not know you personally, but we are asking the Lord to speak to those of you who are personally connecting with us on one of those platforms. And please remember to put your name in and where you're from, as we all very much enjoy seeing the different locations that are represented among us.
Mm-hmm. Also, check out ignitedministries.org. You can find the resource tab, the giving tab, or scroll down and you can sign up to be on our email list. And you might not want to miss it. A Dream Lab is coming up starting April 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be a time where we talk about dreams, very interactive. You can ask questions. There will be some form of teaching and instruction, but also coupled with interaction. So put your videos on and get ready for a great time.
Yeah, so Tuesdays at 2 p.m.
Yep.
The rest of April.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can also sign up when we have you register for the class or the lab. You don't have to pay for the registration. That's free. But if you'd like to give, you can always hit the giving tab, or you can just take this QR code right here and you can use that if you're watching.
Take the QR code from there.
Yeah, like if you're watching on your computer.
Yeah,
you can use your phone, hover over the QR.
How can you do that if you're watching, though? Then you'd have to
Okay,
go off, right?
I'm
Well, I
gonna
mean,
show
you could do it when you don't have anything
If you're on your
on.
computer, then you can do it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll get there. So, what were we saying?
I don't know, but I've really had an enjoyable time in Hawaii tonight.
Yeah, it was good.
That was really awesome.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sign up on our website if you would like to get more information about that Dream Lab. If you haven't gotten the email already, it's not too late to sign up. You don't have to be at every class if you're not able to. Some people have asked that question. You can jump on to any of the classes. However, all the classes are different, so you might not want to miss out.
Okay. Ginny from New Zealand. Welcome, Ginny. Thank you for joining with us. The first thing is I look at your name. I feel like the Lord has put such a gift of hospitality on you. Like, you genuinely are kind to people and you're very giving. I also felt like there is so much more in you than what we would say meets the eye. In other words, there are more gifts in you. There's more talent in you. And I see the Lord stretching you like a rubber band. He's getting ready to launch you into something new. And so even in the point of stretching, it's not wasted, but God has a plan and a purpose for you to even bring expansion to what you do.
All right. I saw Jean Tringale from Syracuse is watching.
Jean is on.
Yes.
Hey, Jean.
We love you. Jean, I just had a sense for you that the Lord is rejuvenating and he's causing you to, I saw you reflecting a lot and looking around and almost evaluating some things and contemplating what the next steps are. I saw an excitement for the new things that the Lord is doing, and also just trying to put things together. It's like there's some scattered pieces of just, okay, how does this couple with this, and putting things together. But it was almost like things were just sliding into place little by little, and the Lord giving you that assurance that you're at the right place at the right time.
Okay, so Stu Drew 8. I think that's Andrew.
I think
so. Andrew, I just had this picture of someone with a screwdriver in hand, tightening down a screw. And it reminded me the other day I had to change my license plates. And so I had to get a screwdriver. And the first one that I got it was too small. It didn't quite fit. And so I feel like what God is saying to you is he's put the tools in your hand that you need, and you are a good fit. And there's times that, the enemy may try to convince you that you're not a good fit. And I don't know what this is all pertaining to, but you are a good fit. And the Lord has well tooled you and well schooled you for where you're at and what he has you doing.
All right, Christy Black from Blackpool, UK said, please pray for me and my husband, Josh. His dad last week was killed in a car accident. So we're really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Christy, that is a horrible thing to have to walk through, but we just pray that God's grace and the comfort of the Spirit would be upon you all and the family unit during this very difficult time, and that you would sense God's presence just covering you and giving you the grace that you need for each step along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Jindy McCarthy from New Jersey. Jindy, I see you just looking out like a window and dreaming, some new vision. It's as though you can look out. Reminds me of someone said to me yesterday that someone had preached a message on you need a new place for the new pace. And I felt that for you, like there's something new God desires to do in you and through you. And sometimes you just got to get outside, or it's like looking out a window and you see the beauty of creation and how vast it is. The sky, the clouds, the sun, the moon, the trees, the grass. God will speak to you oftentimes through his creation. And now is that time specifically that God desires to bring new vision to you.
All right. Good to see you, ladies. Arnold and Pam here in the UK. We are back to 5 hours ahead again. Because
we are?
Yeah. So that's late for y'all. We love you. Yeah. And then Cosima said, in New Zealand, we are closer to Hawaii than you are. Weird.
For real?
Yeah.
Cosima?
So apparently she's closer.
So Cosima, if we go over to Hawaii,
I was just about to say.
You must meet us there.
Right. Because it's closer.
Right.
So
yes.
That would be so fun.
Wouldn't that be fun, Cosima?
Oh, they have like a Facebook meetup. That would be so fun.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
And Hawaii seems like a really good place to do a meetup.
It really does. Yeah.
I've never been, but it sounds like a really good place.
It does. Yeah.
I don't know. Is the UK close to?
Yeah. How close is it? All right. Brian Barker on Facebook from New Jersey. Brian, I saw you standing back and just feeling that sense of almost like an urgency within you of what's next and moving forward in that progression. But I also saw that the Lord is giving you wisdom for the right connections, that you're in need of the right connections, and the Lord is bringing that to you.
Let me see. Katrina in Syracuse said, miss you guys.
Aww.
It's been a while, Katrina.
We miss you too.
Yeah. Katrina, I saw you, and I know that you've done this before, but when you have hand weights and you begin to work the muscles out, at first, you find that the muscles are sore after doing that workout, but eventually what happens is you get stronger. And so the muscles tear down, they repair, and it's that routine over and over that builds the strength in you. And I feel like the things that you've been walking through, it's almost as though you feel at times like you've just been torn down, but you get back up. And it's like what the Bible says, do not rejoice over me, my enemy, for though I fall, I will arise. And you just keep getting back up. And the one thing for sure that God has done in you is build an incredible strength.
All right. Hazel said the Dream Lab is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but in the UK, it will be 7 p.m.
Oh, is that a good time then, Hazel?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cosima said it's a deal if we're going there. Cosima. So that'll be so fun. I signed you up, Cosima. I'm not sure if that's actually what you were talking about, but I'm assuming.
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
It would be. It really would be.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Louise Waite from Myrtle Beach. Louise, I saw you opening the scriptures and things coming alive to you in a renewed excitement as you look over the word. And I saw people being drawn to you, but specifically, it was like I saw at times young women coming to you and really searching some things out, having questions, at times even difficult questions in life, and asking you to help give them a sense of guidance and a renewed sense of purpose. And I saw the Lord filling your mouth and giving you the words in season that would release hope, life, and energy into them, and to help them even to walk in the vision that He's given them.
Okay, David from London. David, the Lord has been good to you, and you know it. You know the faithfulness of God. You know the goodness of God in your life, and the things that you have walked through in this life has built like that portfolio, that thing that you can refer back to and know that you overcame at that point, and you know that because God gave you what you needed to overcome, He'll do it again. And I see you putting your faith out there, taking risk, and knowing that His love will never fail you, and God will be with you every step you take. And so dare to do what you've never done before.
Don Smith said, when you ladies speak of Hawaii, both of your faces light up. So it's got to be a sign. And then Mindy Evelyn said, who wouldn't want to go to Hawaii?
Okay, so we've got
more people signing up by the second.
Pam, we're coming. Okay, Brania Tasker from Melbourne, Australia. Brania, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Anyways, there's that word anyways. Cosima helped me. Brania, the Lord has given you a huge heart to love deeply, and you do care about people. I see you praying for the family. I see you praying for ones that you care for. It's like you will stand in the gap on behalf of others, and you will pray through until you see the breakthrough. God has given you a steadfastness. One thing that the Lord spoke as I saw your name is He wants you to know there's nothing that goes unnoticed by Him, but He does keep record, and He will outpour over you that joy that will cause you to know that your prayers are being answered, and there is nothing that's too hard for God.
All right. So Hazel said 7 p.m. is a more civilized time than midnight, which is currently right now. Sounds much better. Yep. All right. And then Cosima said, dare to do what you've never done before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that. Martha Bell from Rochester, New York. Martha, you're a real strength and a support to many around you, and times that you have felt a sense of pressure. But I see the Lord causing you to be reminded that He is the lifter of your head, and not to grow weary in well-doing, but continue to stand strong, knowing that He is faithful, and He will give you the strength to continue to move forward in all that He's called you to do.
Okay, Melody in California. Melody, I see like a list, and I'm sure you've seen where some people will put a pad of paper on the refrigerator that has a magnet on the back, and they keep track of what they need to get when they're going to the store next, or things that they need to do the next day. And I felt like you're one of those people that you can keep track, and as you write things down, it helps you to stay focused. And I believe that's a word that the Lord is giving you in this season, is to remain focused. And where you're at right now is where the Lord has you, and your focus has to be where you're at. It's like sometimes when you have young moms or moms that with children, their focus has to be for their children at that time. Doesn't mean that's always going to be how things are, but in that time period, it has to be that way. And I see you so focused that you understand this is my assignment and I can't be swayed by anything else.
All right, Pam Coley said I have a Hawaiian blouse on, so I'm all ready.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
Yep. So it's another sign.
Yep.
Yep. Jean said she's even in now. So
oh,
this
Jean's
list is
coming
growing.
too? Oh, good, Pam.
This will be a fun trip.
Oh,
All right.
It really would be.
Anya from Sweden on Facebook. Anya, I saw you just walking forward. You're a hard worker and you'll really push through in times where, you know, others might want to give up or feel overwhelmed. You are the type of person that will just keep pushing through and be a strength to others and really support them, support the vision that God's put within them. But I also heard the Lord saying, you haven't seen anything yet, and you are going to see the goodness of the Lord in a fresh way.
Okay, so do you know, how do you pronounce that?
Cade, maybe? Cade.
Cade, yeah, remnant.
Cade, I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Oh, is this Kadisha, maybe?
Kadisha!
It might be. Wait, is it Kadisha?
Is it Kadisha? How do
I think so. On Instagram, if it's really you, just say, yes, ma'am.
Kadisha.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy said road trip. We're all going to Hawaii?
Yes.
A road trip.
We might need more than a road.
Yeah, maybe.
Just saying.
Oh my goodness. So Kadisha, I think it's Kadisha, not positive. But anyways, what I felt is, you know how, and I'm sure you've seen this, where somebody comes home after a long day and they open the door and they turn on the light and everybody jumps out and says, surprise, right? And it might be their birthday or something, but it's like all of a sudden, everything of the day just kind of falls off and a smile comes on their face. I see the Lord surprising you and you having that smile from ear to ear, knowing the love of God for you and the love of people for you.
Awesome. All right. I saw Joanne Legier from Tennessee. Joanne, I just heard the word faith and that the Lord is stirring you right now to believe him for the impossible. And Heather Rinaldi in Skinny Atlas, New York on YouTube. Heather, I saw you just looking around and getting things done. It's like I see you putting your hand to the plow, not looking back, making sure things are getting accomplished, and that the Lord is a rewarder of those who are diligent to seek him. And so I see you being very focused on that aspect and knowing that you want to be one that is pleasing and the decisions that you make to the Lord. And I see you things in front of you and you being able to discern very quickly what needs to get done and time wise, how things need to be laid out. I see the Lord giving you a lot of wisdom to be able to get a lot done in a very short amount of time.
Okay, so Grace Ministry Patterson, Brian, I just saw the time in the scriptures where Jesus multiplied the loaves and the fishes. And I mean, he had, just a couple fish and loaves, and yet he held it up and he blessed God. He thanked God for it. I see you holding up what you have, thanking God for what you do have. And as you do that, the multiplication comes.
Guess what? It was Kadisha.
It was Kadisha?
Yes.
You saw it?
Yes. Look.
Oh.
So, okay, first she's laughing at us. Okay. And then she said, yeah. So it is. Oh, we love you.
Yes, we do. And we miss you. Very cool.
All right. Yolanda Ferrente, I think that's how you say your last name, from Naples, Florida. Yolanda, I saw you praying and interceding and asking the Lord to move on behalf, even within the family. And the Lord has heard your prayers and he is giving to you a heart to understand the time and season that you're in and even how to pray things through, and that you are a gift to your family.
Donna in Myrtle Beach. I just heard so clearly, don't give up, but hold on in faith. And, the Lord wipes every tear from our eyes. and he comes and breathes fresh life into you and fresh hope into you, and never, never, never give up.
All right. So Pam Coley said, well, first of all, Pam and Arnold said maybe a cruise. They could take a cruise to Hawaii, right? And then Pam said it would need to be a big boat because Kathy does not like to fly. This is true.
Yeah, we found that out tonight, didn't we, Pam? Actually, I did better. I mean, the last trip when we went to Michigan a few weeks back, or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever it was, we flew.
Yeah,
I usually will
guess
drive it.
What would you might have come to the conclusion?
Yeah, the conclusion was it was a much shorter trip and easier. Right. I wasn't so tired.
Yeah,
when I got there.
Right.
I thought this is okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But on the flip side,
yeah,
I will admit that sometimes driving is pretty nice too.
Yeah, you see all the different areas.
Yeah,
I do like seeing.
Yeah, I like both.
Yeah,
I like how quickly you can get there.
But how fun would it be if a whole bunch of us just met in Hawaii?
Yeah, like a let's meet in Hawaii trip.
Yes. That would be awesome.
It would be. Well, we've planned all these. Let's meet in the UK. Let's meet in Hawaii. Let's meet in Jamaica. We did get to Jamaica, though.
We did get to Jamaica.
Yep, we did.
So. Yeah. And that was awesome. I love Jamaica. I love the people.
Yeah.
Khadijah.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here. Yes.
Oh.
And if you would like to be part of the Dream Lab, it's not too late. You can sign up. It starts next Tuesday, April 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And this weekend, we're in Myrtle Beach Ministry.
Correct.
So if anybody's around, you can join us there.
Weekend, yep.
Right, at Ignite Church. And I've forgotten the name of the other church. That's terrible. But Ignite Church.
Beach Family.
Beach Family.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We'll be there for a prophetic weekend, and I will send that out via email so that if you need those details, if you're in the Myrtle Beach area, come see us and let us know if we haven't met you before, that you've seen us here on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or YouTube Live.
That's right.
Those are always fun times. We love you guys, and we hope to see you either this weekend in Myrtle Beach, or if you're able to make it to the Dream Lab, we'd love for you to be there. We will see you guys same time, same place next week, Lord willing. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.